Sure. Thanks, Amon, for the pass off. I appreciate it.
Please don't make it Dadish 2. Please, I can only handle one Dadish per episode.
Well, now I gotta find. Let me look through my Steam library because it was Dadish 2. But let me look around.
You just played Dadish 2 without knowing Dadish 1.
Having no experience.
Just jumped in. I would be so confused. The Danish timeline.
I feel like I feel like by the second game they've usually ironed out all the problems of the first, so I just start.
What
with
if we start the second game and it's just like picking up like some deep narrative where Dadish one left off? Dadish climbed the tallest mountain in all of Mountain Olympus or whatever. It's just like...
one of my turnips I know that one of my turnips has gone to a different dimension, full of fruits. But now we have to find him, and I have to summon my cousin.
We have to find all the pieces to the star charts.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on here. No,
I love it. This is what I signed up for.
This is amazing.
Dad's in space.
Floor. No, I actually was not Dadish 2. But
Damn it.
Amon, I have a question for you. Have you ever tried to shower with your dad? Let me answer that for you. Yes, because I played Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015. It's a game on Steam. It's a classic. It was released in 2015, as the title would tell you, and the subtitle is "Do you still shower with your dad?" Now,
I love how you answered if he has showered with his dad because of the game that you played. Anyways, continue.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I now Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015 : Do you still shower with your dad? Is an Atari-like looking game. It's very, very low res, like incredibly so. It's definitely like a Flash game styled creation. And the point is, it's really like a matching game where you're a kid and you have to find your dad and just move to him who is showering. And once you find him, you have to do it again because all the dads reset. And there's usually 3 dads.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, question. Is this like a sauna?
No. This ain't no sauna.
This is like a public shower?
Yeah, it seems like almost
shower?
like a pool shower or something. It's weird.
Right.
But it's not. It's the lore is very unclear. It's very Dark Soulsy. You gotta find your clues throughout the game about
Eldritch horror dad.
yeah, well, what's actually going on here. But essentially, you have the choice, and it has a character creation system, which is pretty great. You can either be white, you can be ginger, or you can be black. And your dad will obviously be
the three nationalities.
Those are the 3 nationalities. And
white, ginger, and black.
Yeah.
That's my nation.
So you just have to match your character to assumably what your dad is. Now make some assumptions on what your dad's race would be, but that's fair. It's more of a genetic
ginger
thing.
race. Yes.
So if you pick the white guy, he's white and he has black hair. Your dad is white and has black hair. If you pick the black guy, he has obviously a black dad. And if you pick the ginger, it's the white guy with the orange hair. And you just have to make sure that you match up with your dad. And then you don't. Here's where it gets a little bit sketchy. You don't want to pick the wrong dad because then you lose. If you start showering with the wrong dad, you're in trouble, mister. And that's game over.
What do you lose? Your dignity?
The game just ends. It says you picked wrong. And it's like a score-based game like any of the old arcade games would be, so you're just trying to get the high score.
Okay. What's this game rated?
I gotta think it's rated mature. I'm trying to see if they
Are the dads clothed?
No, and their wieners are out. Their wieners are out and dangling below
Full
them.
dad dong, yeah.
Yeah, it's full, and this guy they even have the pixels for pubic hair for it. So it's,
detail. Nice.
there's a lot of like little details.
Are all dads created equal?
Yes, in this game they're the same amount of pixels. I had a feeling the black one would be maybe a pixel or 2 longer. That's not the case. It's they're all the same length, which is really comforting for people like me. And then there's 2 other modes. So there's a mode where you just have to pick yours, and as you play, by the way, they start adding obstacles to it. It's like there'll be soap on the ground. There will be like a wet spot, which is ironic because shouldn't the whole thing be wet? They're showering, but there is like a wet cone, so you have to dodge that. But they're not. They don't become too much of a problem. Although if you do step on the soap, you start slipping around. So just you gotta be careful. The other
What's
modes.
the deep lore behind that? Why did they drop the soap?
I don't know. Maybe some of those dads are trying to get some action from some of the other dads.
Ooh, public sauna.
Not bad.
Anyways,
Gotta be careful. There's 2 other modes. There's actually probably another mode, but I didn't unlock it. I think you have to get really good at showering with your dad, and I just never elevated to that skill level.
right.
But there's modes where you can reach out as dads fall from the sky and make sure that you're picking the right dad, and you can swap your kid so he's a different race to pick the right dad out of the sky. Just different ways, different plays, but it's all the same thing. Is you just need to find your dad to shower with,
Got it.
which is something we can all relate to.
Do you think this is a callback? I don't know if you know anything about this, but do you think this is a callback to like those Atari porn games?
I don't know. Could be.
I was just thinking about that because that's a thing.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all kind of terrible. I accidentally, well, I see accidentally, but recently I was playing on my Pi with my friend David, and I didn't know this was one of them, but we found one of the Atari porn games called X-Man, where like the main game is like a random like maze. You gotta make it through the end of the maze, and then you make it through the end of the maze, you get to like fuck a girl. And it was like we were like, whoa! It was just like so like random at the end. We were like, what the hell? It's like Atari pixels of like people having sex. But yeah, there's a few different. Yeah, it was pretty hot. There's a few different Atari porn games. Some of them more commonly known as like Custard's Revenge, which is not. That one's like you're like molesting a woman. It's not great. And then there's like
It's not the good quality porn that has
beat them and
values.
eat them and stuff. It's like just so like I didn't know if like this was supposed to be like a parody of those like Atari porn game type things. Maybe I don't know.
I would guess not, but I will say that the trailer, if you do nothing else with this game, watch the trailer because it's a parody of a Kanye West song. That's pretty entertaining.
Wow.
You know, I must admit that there was before I would have thought that there would be nothing that would get me interested in Dadish. After listening to this game, I think I'm interested in Dadish. You know, this I've heard them all today.
What's wrong with Dadish, Amon? What's wrong with Dadish?
Nothing now. After listening about this one, I thought it couldn't get any. Well, I was wrong.
What if
Thanks.
Dadish and Shower with Your Dad had a baby? Okay,
Shower
now
with
we're
Dadish.
talking. Shower with Your Dadish, yeah.
Shower with your dad. And you're the dad in the shower having to find your kids that are like roaming around in the pool.
Okay, well, if one of the dads is a radish, that makes it easier to find, right?
Yeah,
That's true.
they're all human except for one. It's a radish.
One of these dadish is not like the other.
But yeah, but he still has like a little Dadish dong. You know, he's still hanging dong.
Yeah, you gotta hang dong. That's kind of the point of the game, to be fair.
Okay.
Well, you're in a shower, so.
In terms of sexometers, what was your preference?
What was my preference?
You had
which
multiple
are the
dads, like,
three
which-
nationalities?
Oh, come, I went with the white with the black hair, just because
Okay.
that speaks to me more. So that's what I went with. But I mean,
Right.
that's the beauty of this game is that it's for all nationalities. Well, for 3, but it's for those
for
3.
for all three of the nationalities.
It'll make those
All
3
three
nationalities
white,
really comfortable.
white, black, and ginger.
Yeah,
The white nation.
it's the key 3. I mean, it's as long as you have the top 3, you're
Which
fine.
nation sticks to you?
I would love if I was filling out like a form and it was like, "What nationality are you?"
Yeah.
White.
It's like a little drop
black,
down.
Ginger.
Pick your nationality.
Radish.
Radish.
Yeah,
I
identify
come
as
from
radish.
the Radish nation.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.